Hello everyone, my name is Dominono, welcome back to Dark Souls 2. So, I told you I'd show you the Abyss Covenant dudes, what are they called? Bloody... I can't remember what they're called. Abyss something, whatever. But this is a PvE Covenant that unlocks new zones once you find Grand Isle here in 3 places. I believe I showed all 3 of them on camera. Correct me if I didn't. In order to open these, you need to give him human effigies. Now, I've already opened this one, and I've opened one up in under Dranglet Castle. But I've never done these before, so this is completely new to me. Hopefully it should be fun. More realistically, based on what I've heard, it's going to be a pain in the arse. That's a lot of blood, here in the Dark Chasm of old. Raise the sun? Not here. Shortcut ahead. Yeah, maybe not. So I understand that the enemies here are sort of PvP based, in that they're sort of the player characters in NPC form. You know, like the NPC invasions. Yep, that's the kind of thing I was expecting. Fantastic. Plus some of those witch tree guys from Ow. Ow. Well, that's great. No, you want to go? Let's go. Aha! The power of poking people to death still seems to work. That's handy. Ow. That's bullshit. That's even bigger bullshit. Okay, so the witch trees have miracles. That's irritating. I should probably try and aggro the guy with the bow from a distance. Without bringing the tree, hopefully. But it looks like dying in there does spawn us back at the bonfire, and it does hollow us out. So interestingly, I noticed once you get the Eye of the Priestess from the Ivory King DLC, these guys do actually show up. They're no longer phantoms, they're actually just dudes. Which I think is a neat little detail. They didn't need to make that difference. Ah, okay, so it looks like it costs an effigy every time you want to open it. Yes, okay. Good thing I have a bunch of human effigies then. Now let's just hope this doesn't take too long. I'm not 100% sure what to talk about down here really. Like this is all new to me, and I'm not 100% sure what it's supposed to be. Like, I guess you could interpret this place as part of the Abyss, which, since we know already that the Dark fractured, this could be a sort of, like Manus split into multiple entities, this could be like a, multiple... Sorry, I'm having a hard time thinking of the words I want to use here. But it could be something akin to a, like if this is a chasm of the Abyss, it could be a multitude of actual physical locations that are fragmented in the same way that Manus has. I don't know if these guys are one and done enemies. I sincerely doubt it. They're probably all multiple spawns. Poison does work, so that's useful. You look like the nameless usurper. Only more of a punk. I'm not 100% sure how these things work on New Game Plus cycles. Like whether or not they're tied to certain bonfires. I would imagine that they are. That would seem to make sense to me. But it's also entirely possible that they exist as a sort of unique situation. At least for like actual New Game Plus games. That would make the most sense to me. Thank you, Poison. I don't know. What is your job? A bonfire aesthetic. Why not? Let's see. And here is a torch. Ah, so yeah, I understand you need to light a torch and then light these, and this is your objective for each chasm, I believe. So, what does this do? Gorgeous view. Yep, it's amazing. There might be a dude here? No? Okay. Can I... yeah. But yeah, the chasms of old might be some sort of abyssal fracture. They may be sort of the dark spread across multiple places by mistake rather than design. Oh, I didn't realize how good the rapier was in this game. I happen to know that the S stock is at least the time of recording on the third game is something of a cheese weapon for PvP because of its ability to hit so quickly that it can break through the roll, the start of the roll animation. At least I think that's the logic. Right, and then you drop through the fog, and that's done. Okay, so we've done one of them. Great. Let's go to the next one. Do you have anything to say about this? Deepened and you have gained a rank. So, you gain a rank for every chasm that you beat.
Let us see. You have seen that what once was a great void of darkness
became but fragments. Okay.
It is we who will be pilgrims to these
The Pilgrims of Dark, that's the covenant name. Resonant Soul. Thank you. I think that's a hex or something. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's... why did I bother? I'm going to a bonfire. But yeah, apparently according to Grandal there, that theory about the dark originally being one big place, now being multiple smaller places where the dark has been broken, seems to be accurate. Okay, so there's one in the Shaded Ruins, and there's one in Black Gulch. Gulch? Gulch. And let's see if I can remember where it is. It is sort of around here-ish, isn't it? That looks like it. The Forlorn. No, I don't care. This should be it. Yes? No, I think this was wrong. That means that it's one of the ones further along. Okay. So if not that bit, then this? Where is the Forlorn? Ah! God damn it, you punk. I hate the Forlorn. Jerks. Thank you. Go away. I'm sick to death of you and I've only known you for 2 seconds. Yeah, you're scary, whatever. By which I mean you're not. Go away. Right, sorry about that delay. There are hands in those places. This dude here. Ah, I think it's around here somewhere. Yeah, it should just be down there. I think. Through this door? Yes, through that door, which is unlocked by the key that the giants downstairs dropped, which we did pick up at an earlier part in the playthrough. So, let's talk to Grandal. Give him an effigy. And open up the next chasm. They don't seem to be very long, but that first one was the first one chronologically, so we have every reason to believe that that one must be the easiest of the three. That worm's making a racket. So, let's move on to what should be the middle ground of this place. And see what we can see. Ooh, water. Water everywhere and not a drop to drink. That's interesting then, because that seems to imply... Because, like, the Abyss is an actual physical space in the world. Like, Han has always been so, but, Hello, you seem to be Dark King Jeremiah. That's interesting. I believe, did I knock you off the side to death? No. Ideally, I want to kill some of these guys before the witch trees engage. Thank you. Because obviously the witch tree has healing powers. Whoa, that was big and fiery. I think that was a Forbidden Sun. Ranged seems to be incredibly good here. They don't seem to be able to help themselves from falling off the side. So, I think we may have already found the cheese in this place. Will you survive long enough? Not today, Jeremiah. Let's see, where's the witch tree? There he is. Below, yep. So it looks like that way is the way forward. And that this is all just water. I like how I completely missed there somehow. Go away. Okay, so the witch trees aren't very strong. They're like support casters for all intents and purposes. I am quite grateful that the guys do sort of show up quite easily in the dark, though. Try left and then torch. Oh, thank you. Thank you, message. Hole ahead, therefore think carefully. Okay. Despair ahead. Yep, there's a big hole in the floor, but the torch is up here, so excellent. I would like to thank Bose for being the true hero of this playthrough. Okay, so that's lit. Light it up. Light up the something or another. And then, I don't know if you have to light the torch and then go through the ending, or if lighting the torch is the important part. But it makes sense to progress. Yeah, I can see you, buddy. And I've got pretty good headshots on you at the moment. You have to actually, like, come up here to fight me, you know. I'm not going to disappear. This must be really annoying for them, to be honest. Is that another, Xanthus dude? Like, I remember that Jeremiah is the Xanthus guy from, Souls 1. Wow. That was a big fireball. Forbidden Sun, I think. How do you feel about being set... No, not set on fire. Set on poison? Okay. Set on poison is now an acceptable sentence now. I have decreed it. That seems like it was a mistake given the range difference. And you're dead now. Yay. Witch tree. Ah, hello. It looks like some of the witch trees have staves instead of chimes. Which means some of them are sorcery and some of them are miracles. Makes sense, I guess. Is there anyone else down here? Doesn't look like it. You dropped a bonfire ascetic and another bonfire ascetic. Maybe that's all you can drop. Anything over there? Doesn't look like it. I guess we go through here then. Yep, into the fog. Excellent. Okay, so that's two of three done. Now, I am remembering that Drangleic Castle, its primary bonfire is on a +4 cycle, which might be dangerous. But then I am also remembering that the bonfire that should connect to the chasm is the one right next to it, which is marked as under Drangleic Castle. So, yeah, Central Castle Drangleic is on +4, but under Castle Drangleic is only on +2, so shouldn't be any harder than those ones, theoretically. Just longer. And then the boss should be at the end. I know that the boss appears, like, at the third one that you finish, regardless of where it is in time. And once you've done all three, your your, what's the word? You always have access to the boss once you get to the end of a chasm. So, I don't remember if you need to run through every chasm to do it, but probably.
Fine. Now, yeah.
Do-do-do-do. Shouldn't I have gained a Covenant rank for clearing that one out?
May the dark.
I think I should. Maybe I needed to talk to him after I was done. Maybe that was my fault. If that's true, then I will go back there later. I hope I don't have to do it again, that'd be annoying. Okay, so, the last dark chasm of old. Okay, that is not a path, that is just a drop. This is very much like the Shrine of Amana. Looks like you could jump some of that fairly easily. But, you know, just be aware if you're coming down here yourself. Thought that was the witch tree then. It wasn't, it was just water. Dry sniper. Yeah, I figured that part out, mate. Okay, so who's around there? Hello. Oh dear, you're Havel the Rock, aren't you? Yep, you seem to be Havel. Great. Are you aggroed? Yeah, just seem to be having some trouble with your pathfinding. Turns out Havel is not very effective against poison, though. Ouch, I stopped to scratch my nose. No, Havel, I deny you. Well, you were much easier here than you were in Dark Souls 1, but then I guess this isn't exactly the same kind of early game area that you were in Dark Souls 1. Oh, another witch tree. Let's try and remove you from the equation while I can. Spells shouldn't have very much knockback, so yeah, I can just tank those to the face. Oh, you're dead. Okay, that's alright then. So it definitely looks like bows are the way to go in this place, unless you are particularly invested in a melee fighting all these guys. Which, you know, is your prerogative if you want. If you want to be a cool guy and do that, by all means do that. Me, I have a playthrough to consider, so I want to do this quickly. Hello, that's interesting. It's a big old dark void. Oh, here's the torch. Looks like bearing left is universally helpful here. I don't know why there's so much blood around these. Maybe people rush them. I guess that's not an unreasonable thing to do. So there's a void there. I wonder. Nope, just looks like it's a big old chasm in the side of things. I do find it interesting that there seems to be like parts of structures in here though. Like that sort of implies to me that maybe this is closer to Ulasil than you might initially believe from your start. You seem kind of familiar. Not sure why. Ah, that's why. You're a card. I remember you. Your rapier was okay in Souls 1. Let's poke each other off, shall we? Oh god, that didn't sound right. Oh, whoops, flame butterflies. Sorry, I got very, very awkwardly confused there. That looks like another nameless usurper. Okay, so loop back around there. Let's see if we can bop you in the noggin. We can, actually. Ooh, you've got a new sword in your offhand, though. By all means, just stay a million miles away and die of poison, though. Poison arrows. Not the weapon of the real hero. Well, unless you're like Oberyn Martell. Yeah, you know what? Oberyn Martell used poison and he was a badass, so I feel justified. That's how this works. I'm expecting another witch tree around here somewhere. Mind out for the hole in the floor. Do not be deceived. And let's see. Is this the drop? Yes, this is the drop into the fog. Alright. The boss should be connected now, though. And I actually have quite a few bright bugs, so I'm going to try and be cool and do that. And I've also heard that the boss is kind of weak against fire, so I might try and make decent use of this infusion. No? Am I not going to the boss? Oh, yes, I am. Oh, but I've lost my infusion. That's helpful. So, say hello to the Dark Lurker. It's a seraphim kind of angel dude. Very interesting. I've never seen him before up close. He seems to have 4 arms, interestingly. He casts hexes, so he's some sort of incarnation of dark, which is cool. Whoa! Oh dear. Ah! Alright, it's probably going to do that again, isn't it? Well, it would have. Looks like it only lasts for 1 though, so that's nice. That's a very, very slow sword attack. Okay. This is very cool music. He's an interesting boss, but I'm not 100% sure what he's supposed to represent. That attack is very, very slow. Like, kind of insultingly so, really. That's an explosion. Fine. Oh, there's 2 of you now. Okay, that's interesting. Hailstorm, go! Okay, so he casts something into there, and that's what triggers the dark explosion from one of those suns. Interesting. Uh-oh, that's going to hit me for sure. Or not, because it's slow as balls. Fine. Let's see if I can Chaos Storm again, shall we? The damage is quite good. Uh-oh, I got kind of cocky there. I don't know where one of them is. That's great. He's over here. Let's try and get to him, shall we? It does look like they... Oh no! That was... Oh, I didn't expect that much damage. Shoot. They hadn't hit me until that point. I didn't think they'd one-shot me in one cast. Bugger. Okay. Running all the way back to the Dark Lurker through that place seems... not undoable. It's not too far away, is it? And actually, this bit seems like it makes more sense because it's so close to the bonfire. Ooh, I gained a rank.
There is more dark.
Great Resonant Soul, thank you, I guess. Let's... That should have been the one for the other one, I guess. I guess that counted now. For reasons. But now, we will... Nope. Yeah, I get it. Let's just go. Let's see if the run back through here is reasonable. I hope so. Because ideally, I want to be able to run the boss quickly. Bright Bug, I think, was helpful, but ultimately didn't save me too much that bit. If I could get Chaos Storm off on it before it splits properly, that might do some good damage. Let's see, if we want to go all the way around to the right here, and then just carry the usurper around one direction, and go through the... Can I not go through the fog? Oh no. I might have to kill all of the dudes. Uh-oh. This is going to go poorly. Yeah, this ain't right. Great. I lost all my souls too. Shoot. Alright, so having thought about it, the Shaded Ruins chasm should probably be the easiest one to run. Like, since I have to actually run the boss fight space. Since it's got, I think, the least enemies and the shortest distance between areas. Should be perfectly reasonable. In future endeavors, I'm probably going to just cut out all of the run-through on this stuff. As I understand it, you are able to access the Dark Lurker from every chasm, so yeah. Yeah, you have to kill all of the enemies to get the fog to dissipate. Now, dropping down here should take us to Dark Lurker again. It does, okay. Alright, let's infuse, because that fire seems fairly helpful. Let's not get attacked by that this time, because it was bloody awful. Not power stancing. Ow. He is very slow on the physical attack, but you know, while I'm here, And while I've got him in one place, I'm gonna bright bug now. Estes here. And now let's get him. I don't know if his split thingy is on a timer or on a health deal, but I imagine it's probably health. Oh no, that's gonna fucking kill me again. I thought he was splitting. Oh, that was stupid. God damn it. I'm annoyed because I didn't die through failure of action, I died through failure of brain. Ugh. Let's get back to the fight. Right then, here we go with attempt number 3. This is more annoying than a couple of bosses because I can feel it not being hard, but I can feel myself being stupid. Ow, Jesus Christ. Like that roll. Where's the other one? It seems to fly out of extra portals. There you go. So that's how you deal with that shit. Oh, forgot to power starts. It looks like you don't even need to roll that one, you can just get around him. I mean, it does have quite a wide swing, but it doesn't look too hard to avoid. Yeah. Ports away. Does that shit. That's the explosion. No, that's the fucking split. Ow. He actually does quite a lot of damage. Right. That's fucking lasers, for sure. Oh, you're both quite close. Fucking... Being attacked from multiple angles is extremely frustrating. And it's worse than like the ones like Ornstein and Smo, or I'm trying to think if there's any equivalents that we've seen so far. I don't think so. No. But it's different to those kind of fights because they're both physical combatants, and these guys are quite heavily magic. That's annoying. Alright, we'll try this again, shall we? This is exceptionally frustrating because I've also got like recordings to consider. I've got like a time limit for the amount of stuff that I can actually do in any one session. And ideally, it means I need to be done at certain points. Can I outrun this thing? Yes. Bloody fireballs too. I can outrun them as well though. Now you're gonna go up there. Now fortunately the laser does seem very easy to avoid from here. But you recover from it very fast, so I shouldn't try to attack you unless I can get underneath you in exceptional speed. It's an explosion. Ow. Mitosis for sure. That was a good timing. Alright, there comes one of those. Need to avoid that. It's trying to avoid like two at once that's the huge problem. Need to avoid that shit. It's that thing. I need to try and keep them both in visual range if I can. It looks like those spread out like pretty far regardless of what you do with them. Ow. That's pretty fast, so let's see if we can get away from that. Ah. Yeah, those seem to spread out, like whether you, regardless of your orientation, as it were. Fuck you. No, fuck you. Fuck off. Gotcha. Okay, that took 4 goes, I think. That's not bad. Not terrible for a boss I've never fought before. Thank you for the souls. Albeit not very much of them, really. What does your soul say? Arthur, Elon, Fume Knight, Sin, Guardian Dragon, Veldstat, Demon Soul, Looking Last Dark Lurker. Wow, you're way back in the order for some reason. Soul of what lurks in the Dark Chasm. The Dark Chasm of old is the remnant of some ancient dissipated being. Ah, so the chasms are like sort of places affected by Manus's remnant. Use the special soul of what lurks within. Ooh, that's quite an interesting way to put it. Like the dark is intrinsically tied to the nature of humanity and such. Well, I think we're actually quite done here. Excellent. Let's go talk to the Grando, shall we? Devotion to your covenant is deepened and you have gained a rank. Ooh.
You've discovered the truest dark within you.
Have I?
A deep, deep dark it is.
Okay, Gandalf.
The dark that we must all face. We need the abyss more now than ever.
That's an interesting way of looking at it. So we got Climax plus the Xanthos gear. And do you sell us anything else now? Nope, doesn't look like it. Well, excellent. Looks like we're done here, and the only thing we've got left to do is the other final bosses. Which, given that they may take multiple attempts, I don't really want to do in this recording session because I do have a time limit. I'm afraid this might be a shorter episode, one of the shorter episodes, because a lot of time had to be spent on running back in there. It's not the most hasty of returns to boss zones. But overall, I think that went pretty well. You've seen the Dark Chasms and the boss now, so I think I've included as much PvE content as I can, with the exception of Belfry's Soul, which I don't really want to do. I don't think there's a boss there even. It's just a PvP space. So, yeah. Okay, next up, the next episode will be the last episode for sure, and it will be the final bosses. So, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next episode.